Good morning. Welcome to Back at It Bosses. Back at It Bosses is about finding our way home through self value. What is valuable to us? What is important to us? What is meaningful to us? What gives back a return? And I always say this journey back home to our authentic self is not just a journey, but it is a healing and a mercy for our lives. The healing comes in and the mercy comes in when we recognize our low values. hmm When we recognize the things that we value that are lowly, that are at a low vibration. And sometimes we can function through life on a low level. Some people say dysfunction, but when I heard the word dysfunction, I hear that we are functioning in life with the bare minimum, and we value something lowly. Like I said, a lot of times we think about values and we think they mean positive things. You can have a low value. For an example, a person can value being a beggar, being a mooch, being someone that will play himself or herself down. That's a lowly value. Because really, you playing yourself cheap and you playing yourself on a low level just to get a return or get something from someone. That's a low value. All right. And sometimes we can't see that in ourselves. We don't see ourselves doing it, but we might be doing it. Another low value is someone that they always have a sad story prepared for someone to get something. That's a low value. I agree, we all need help in this life. But some people, they stay at that low level. That's the master idea that they see of themselves as a beggar, as a mooch. That's a low value. I'm not standing on a high podium. I'm just giving you an example of somebody that want to stay at that level. They value that. And if you come to terms or you face that value, that low value about yourself, you can change. You can straight up change your mind. The more you become aware of yourself, you become aware that somehow I became a mooch. This is who I am right now. I became somebody that always begging from somebody. And you face that. part of yourself. Like, that's who you are. And you face that part of yourself by recognizing it. And then you can change your mind. Some people say repent. I don't like that word. It's just tied too much to religious talk. But just change your mind. Change your mind. That's a low value. And once you change your mind, the very thing that has changed in you will change outside of you. See, you change your mind to become an entrepreneur, someone that picks himself up and it takes a small band of something, whether it's oranges, apples, bees, beans, water, whatever. You create a service and you start selling this stuff. Now you got a different ideal of yourself, a different master ideal of yourself, because you had confronted that mooch, that beggar, or that person that always trying to make somebody feel sorry for you. You approached that self and you dealt with that self and you worked on that self, and now you see yourself as an entrepreneur. And because you see yourself as an entrepreneur, the new reflection that you have, or what is reflecting inside of you that reflects outwardly, it shows you another entrepreneur. It shows you how to make connections. You don't only see people as people, but you see people as a connection. You see people as an opportunity to make a sale. You see people as business people. What am I getting at? Whatever is going on in the inside will be reflected on the outside. Some people call it a world view. It is how you view the world. You see opportunity. Now, I'm come again. These lowly values that we have, hating on people, jealous of people, tearing people down, beating your wife, selling your body for money, selling your soul to get your bills paid. These are lowly values. And if you do not look at these values, hear me out. Somebody hear me. If you do not look at these lowly values with them, you will see them somewhere else. If you don't look at yourself, if you don't face yourself, your low values, and this is, once again, this is how you find your way home to your authentic self. You looking at yourself. You strive to uncover. So you uncover yourself by looking at yourself. But say you don't look at yourself. You don't want to see yourself. It has to come out. Yourself has to play out in this world. Regardless, if you don't want to look at your own self in the mirror, or look at your own self, face your own self, it has to come out. It has to have a way to seep out of you. The way it will seep out of you or come out of you is through a projection. Like a projector. You got to get this. Look at this. Think about this. It's going to come out of you as a projector. And you're going to be looking at other people. You're going to be looking at their face, their body language. And you're going to say, I don't like this person. But the very person that you don't like is a projection of you. It's your worldview. It's how you see the world. You don't like you. Yeah. Say, man, he's a hater. She's a hater. She sleep around with these men. This dude over here, he's a sissy. This dude over there, he a snitch. This girl over there, she low down. This stuff that you will not face, you will see your face in somebody else. You will see your moves, the person that you are, in somebody else. This is why I tell people, if somebody come around me and they very convicted about how much they don't like this person, I don't like this person, I don't like this person, I don't like this, I become to look at this person, I'm like, that is the part of themselves that they won't face because it's too much energy. You're looking for things in people that are in you. I pray somebody get this. I hope somebody get this. There's no way of running from who you are. You're going to face it straight up, or you're going to face it in people. And when you face it in people, you hurt other people because you don't like them. But really, it's you that you don't cut for, you don't like. It's a part of you that you really don't like. But in reality, all we have to do, the parts of ourselves that we don't really cut for, that we don't accept, all we got to do is accept them. Acknowledge that they exist and strive towards changing them. If you don't like a person, and you don't like their ways, and you want to strive to change them, but the very thing that you're trying to change in them is the very thing that's in you. And you wonder why you have hell trying to change other people. Take you through hell trying to change other people. And we know that we can't change nobody but ourselves. You're going through hell trying to change somebody first before you change yourself. And it turns into mess. But if you would change yourself, meaning change your mind, change how you see life, change how you do life. And once you change that, you can change people. And the way you change people, the reflection that you're going to see in yourself, you're going to see it in people. You're going to see hope in people because you have hope in yourself. You have faith in yourself. See, when a man or a woman get a hold of their mind power, and they change themselves, they see change in other people. They see other people can change. And then they become more inspiring. They become a motivator to people that watch them versus trying to use manipulation and control. We depend too heavily on manipulation. You're trying to change somebody else and you're going out in the world, you're trying to get over on somebody, and all the manipulation is dragging the hell out of you. It's dragging the hell out of you. To the point you say, man, this ain't working, man. Man, I done been a hoe. I've been a sucker, a dog, a snitch, a low-down cutthroat. I've been all these things in the name of manipulation, in the name of controlling people. And this is dragging the hell out of me. And when I say dragging the hell out of you, it's making you say, man, look, let me try to do things a better way. Let me try just being right by facing myself. See, this was people, they kind of mystified, but they say, oh, the Holy Ghost, God got a hold of me. No, the manipulation dragged the hell out you. And it made you look at real people. What we call today a real one. Somebody that's authentic, somebody that do things because they are thinking right. They right thinkers. And you said, man, I've been trying to manipulate this right thinking, this decent minded person, and I'm gonna change my mind. I'm like, I want to be like them. And you strive to change your mind. And you change your mind. They say, man, that dude right there changed, man. He used to be like this. Now life drug all the hell up out of you. Yeah. You gotta listen when people talk. You gotta listen to life and you can get a hint. Manipulation drags the hell out of you. You might win a little bit, and that manipulation come choke your ass down. It make you get on your knees and you look at what is right. I said, man, I want to do that. It ain't that. It's not that this stuff is mystical. It's that you looked at, man, I don't, man, if I'm putting this type of energy in manipulation, what about if I just put it in this right here? Doing something different, being upright. It makes me feel good. And I know this because sometimes when I'm pretending, I feel good. Man, why don't I just live this way? See, all that pain gonna drag all the hell out of you. And what are we talking about? We talking about finding our way home through our authentic self, and that means through our self value. That means looking at our high value and low value. When we look at our low values, like manipulation, we looking at this stuff and we like, man, that's me. The very thing I don't like in this person, that's me. I remember one time, let me give you an example. I was around a guy, multiple guys, and I seen how they was looking at this sister. And the man was looking at this woman in a way, if I could just read his mind, he just stopped and stared. And he was in a daze. And I'm like, oh my God. In my mind, it was disgusting because it looked like this man was in a daze, in a dream state. And his next thing was to tackle or grab this woman. And I said, I don't like that. I don't like that. So me saying that I don't like it, if I thought I seen it in myself, I made sure it wasn't in me. So if I would see a woman that's extremely beautiful, extremely appealing, maybe less clothes on, I wouldn't stare. I wouldn't stare. Because I thought about that guy. I never thought that was in me, but I thought I didn't like it. But by me not liking it, I said, man, I never want to be a guy like that. But when I think back, as I'm speaking to you, I'm like, damn, is that me? Was I raised like that? Right? So my point is, if we face our low values, we can change. Sometimes we can change. Just we see somebody else doing something I don't like that, and we strive to change it. It was in us too, but we just tried to change. It just didn't get that bad. See what I'm saying? It was in you. You've been around the same type of stuff, but it just didn't get that bad. So when I saw that man, I was like, I'm gonna make sure I don't never be like that. And I just developed a thing where I said, okay, I see her. Bam, bam, I see her. And I kept on walking. So what that does to me, it actually gives me a little bit more discipline. And when you do something over and over, it frees you up from really being a slave to a habit or something. So I would see a beautiful woman and I would take a picture. I might look again, but I keep on going. And the more I did it freed me up from being pulled down by uh, just wanting to be with everybody. That's what I see my, average brother. I even some of the most dignified brothers. It's just certain things you shouldn't see. Shouldn't even have to see. But it's a pull on you. But my point is, if you recognize things like that within you, whatever it might be, it could be something more disgusting than that. If you recognize it and you face it and you change it, what you see now on the outside, it will reflect. You see change in people. If you can be trusted and you strive to show you can be trusted. At one time you was not a trustworthy individual, but you do things to show yourself. And you convince yourself that you're trustworthy. You can spot trustworthy people. It's your world, it's how you looking at the world. So if you can see good in you, you can see good in people. This old saying said, if you spot it, you got it. I'm saying if you can spot good in you, you can spot good in people. If you can be trusted, you can see people that can be trusted. All I'm saying is this right here. All this stuff is just dealing with shadow work. It's dealing with your shadow work. It's dealing with the side of yourself that's you don't accept, you don't like, you don't cut for. And a lot of times we don't even see ourselves, but we see ourselves through other people. And because we won't confront ourselves the way life's set up, you're going to see it anyway. You won't look at you, but you'll look at people. But what you're looking at is you looking at you when you're looking at people. See, man, that dude right there fucked up. That bro right there fucked up. That woman right there fucked up. But really what you're saying it about you because you won't look at you. All right. But it's a beautiful thing, man, to recognize something in you, even if it's ugly. And sometimes you're not who people say you are, but it's something to look at. It's something to look into and start working on it. Because like your shadow self, a lot of times you just can't see this part of yourself. It's a blind spot. But you'll get the hint by looking at other people. And sometimes people will tell you something about yourself. You're around somebody that's got love for, they'll tell you about yourself. And instead of taking defense, just take it in as good information and try to work from it. Even if it's a lie. Even if they're making up stuff. You make sure you ain't that person. Check your mind. Change your mind. Check your mind and change your mind. I leave you as peace, that feel good feeling without a stain on you. I'm richer today than I was yesterday. Love you, people.